What's up everybody, Tommy Har with The Real Side of Real Estate, and in today's video, by popular demand, we're going to be talking all about virtual assistants. So virtual assistants are somebody that work in your business, but they live typically outside of the country, where you can get help in your business from other people so you can delegate and you can do higher dollar activities. Now it's going to be an amazing video. Make sure you like this page, make sure you subscribe for The Real Side of Real Estate. Let's get to it. Okay, so to give you guys a little bit of a background, I have used virtual assistants in every single business that I've been a part of or built over the last almost 10 years. Whether that's becoming a home inspector, whether that's doing property management, whether that's wholesaling real estate, whether that's flipping real estate, or general admin tasks that you need help with in your business. So as I'm talking about these things, think about the things you're doing repetitively, the emails you're sending, the online stuff you're doing, because anything that you're doing repetitive on the computer or over the phone, somebody else can likely do it, whether they're in your office physically or they're in somewhere like the Philippines, Egypt, Venezuela, somewhere across the world. And I'll explain why you want to use someone like a virtual assistant overseas as we get through this video. So like I said, the virtual assistants have completely changed our business. Let's consider my wholesaling business. So my wholesaling business, we are marketing 24/7. I'm not personally doing it. I've got virtual assistants doing it for me. They are running the back end of our business, the repetitive stuff, the list polling, the cold calling, all of those things that need to happen, but you don't have to do it over and over again. So going to my screen here, virtual assistants and building your business. So to kind of give you guys a real idea of what a VA is, a VA just stands for virtual assistant. Now these people, in my business at least, I have people in the Philippines, a lot of people in the Philippines, I think 6. I've got someone from Egypt, I've got someone from Nigeria, I've hired people from Venezuela, I've hired people from Colombia. It's all across the world because, one, the US dollar holds so much weight in these countries, it allows these people to have a great job and work from home. For example, in the Philippines, the average salary we're paying our people is anywhere from $5 to $7. Sometimes you can even get cheaper, but we like to pay a premium for our people. So as a nurse or someone with a college degree in the Philippines, you make around $3 to $4 an hour USD. So these people are able to stay home with their families all day, because Philippines is 12 hours in advance, and they get to stay with their family, hang out during the day, and then they work at night for you and your company in the USA. And most people have the mindset of, and I'll speak like my dad, when I first brought this up as home inspection VA, he was like, well, I don't want somebody in a call center that has really, really broken English. Now that's like the old mindset, and that's honestly not the way to think. These people are way more skilled than you think, because most of our VAs come from a college background, and they also have great degrees. Like some of them are nurses, some of them are engineers, some of them are tech people. You have to get out of your mindset that these people are not skilled, and they can probably do what you're asking to do better. And I'm being dead serious when I say that. So it's a great way to systemize your business. So we talk about that over and over again. You have to learn how to do it at first. For example, if you're trying to wholesale, you have to pull lists. You have to be able to make the calls, to be able to give it to somebody else to do it. But as you're starting to do these repetitive tasks, start to record your screen. Start to Loom, L-O-M, that's what I'm on right now. Record your screen and then send that into a file to where that's gonna be your training documents later. So I've got all this stuff on my screen right now. What can a VA do in your wholesaling business alone? So wholesaling, as you guys know, we do anywhere from 10 to 15 deals a month. We're making $200,000 to $250,000 a month on a good month. Great business, but there's a lot to the business. It's hard to get consistency. VAs are exactly how you become consistent and do the back end tasks. So look at that. Pull your lists. They actually call the counties for us and get these lists. They scrub our data. So if we get a list that comes in a PDF form, I can't pop a PDF into an Excel spreadsheet. It's impossible. ChatGPT might be able to help, but you can hire VAs to scrub your lists for you and get them into the format that you need to get it over. If you do it yourself, it takes 4 to 5 hours. Ask me how I know. We've done it, but we don't do it anymore. but we still do it in our business. Cold calling, text blasting, manage our call rail, manage email campaigns, sending out skip tracing, so getting people's phone numbers, store and managing our data, create KPIs, doing our dispo. And that's just on the data management side and marketing. On acquisitions, they do our lead management, so re-engaging old leads. They can provide comparable sales, organize your leads, agent follow-up, and they can do low-level offering as well. Our VA and our dispo side, which is selling the deal as a wholesaler, also does. Her name is Kay. She's been with us for about 2 years. She lives in the Philippines. She is a mom of 3, so she gets to stay home with her boys during the day, and she works at night. It's a great way to make income and still provide for your family. She actually just bought a house in the Philippines. I know because I had to sign off on her paperwork to say that what we pay her. So you're able to provide people a great living, and she does all of these things. She sends out our marketing. She finds new cash buyers. She sends assignment contracts out. She sends our reminder emails out. She does pre-walkthrough stuff. She nurtures our buyers list. There's so many things that they can do. And also Kath, in our transaction management. So we have a full-time team member, Sammy. She now has a virtual assistant in transactions that helps her with all these things. Make sure we have earnest money deposit in, writing our addendums, talking to sellers and seeing if they can get inspections ordered, checking in with the title company and the seller, touch points that you're doing that you don't know you can systemize. So hopefully this allows you to kind of think deeper. But if you're brand new watching this, just think about some of the things that you're doing. Like if I was in your shoes, this was probably 6-7 years ago, I was full-time home inspecting, I was trying to do real estate on the side, and I was also maybe managing a couple of the properties that I had just bought. So I was wearing a ton of different hats, and I was running construction sites. You need somebody to help you tie up these loose ends. So help you with basic accounting. They can help you with leasing properties. And I've got some of this stuff right here to show you. So like this is what they do for all of us in our businesses. So for our project management, literally running construction sites, they break down our receipts. So anytime we buy something from Lowe's, they break down the receipt and they put it in the individual tracker that it goes to. How many times do you go and buy something from Lowe's, you stuff that receipt in your pocket and you never see it again, and then accounting season's a nightmare? Once again, ask me how I know. I've done it. Tracking your orders. They can order your material. They can help us build our scope of work. They can create and order invoices. They can do anything on the phone. Like our property management team member, he's a VA. His name's Jerry L. Jerry L's been with me for 5 years. I hired him in 2020. It's 2025 when I'm shooting this. I met him, and he has been calling in utilities for us for 5 years. I've not called in a utility for that long. So calling the electric, calling in the water, calling in the gas. And all it is a text away, and next thing you know, it's done. They can track you the utilities. They can do minor accounting, organize reports. So you see it on the screen. I'm not going to bore you guys even more with this stuff, but I want to get you guys your brain rolling, whether you're wholesaling, flipping, rental properties. If you're working a W-2 right now, you can hire a virtual assistant to help you with your W-2 job, the stuff on the computer, to help you bridge the gap to get into full-time real estate investing. It's all about time and how you manage your time. You don't have to be the person doing this stuff, because we're paying, let's say $5 an hour for 20 hours a week. I think that's $400 a month for full-time. Maybe that's part-time. But nonetheless, can you throw away $500 for a couple months to try and delegate? I would assume you probably can. And the amount of time and money that you can create by getting that time back is massive. It's opportunity cost. So you got to start thinking a little bit different about this stuff. So the way we hire these virtual assistants is right here on the screen as well. We hire all of our VAs on Upwork, UPWORK, or shoot me a message or comment VA down below, and I'll connect you with some of my team members that actually refer people to VAs. So they're agencies that'll help you. They'll do interviews with you and they'll get you a virtual assistant. Or you can follow this. So we just post our job on Upwork. We say exactly what we need. And now when you're in the beginning and you're learning this stuff, your post isn't going to be perfect. We've learned all this stuff by failing. We've learned how to interview people. It takes a lot of time, but make sure that you have your stuff dialed in and you give people enough time. So when you're training these VAs, virtual assistants, is you need to give them the time they need. They need stuff very black and white. If you're leaving things gray and you're making that and you're having them kind of have to make a decision what they need to do or not, nothing's going to go right. You have to have it very scripted out, like almost a training manual, because remember, this person maybe lives in the Philippines and they've never been to the United States. They have no clue what the hell you're even talking about sometimes. But if you put it in an organized, we call it an SOP, standard operating procedure, if you put it on paper or if you make a video about it that can be followed and speak out loud while you're building it and making the video like you're talking to a third grader, they can do it, I promise. So be patient, get on a daily huddle with these people, start slow, 5, 10, 20 hours a week, and slowly give things off of your plate to these people. So don't overthink it. If you don't know how to build an SOP, get on Zoom with the people in the morning or your new VA and just do the work you were going to do and have them in the background. Just screen share and talk out loud about what you're doing, and they'll be able to kind of pick up, and they can also build your SOP for you. This is creating your post. I'm not going to go into all this stuff here, but once you create your post, you're going to get a ton of responses. You're going to get people from all over the world, all different dollar amounts, and then you just start doing interviews and you start having conversations. I would do video calls. I would have them send in a video, let's call it letter of intent, to have them so you can see them in person. You can understand how they speak English. I've actually got one here. Jeriel, this is the guy I said been with us for 5 years.
Hello, my name is Jeriel T. Castel, and I am a virtual assistant hailing from the Philippines. I believe that this job would be perfect for me because it fits my skill set and I have the necessary experience that I believe could help the company grow and transition to become a fast-paced and a better company and hopefully handle more properties in the group.
So I'm not going to go through that entire interview or the letter of intent video from him, but listen to his English. Jeriel has been with us literally for 5 years. He's one of my longest standing employees across the board, period. So he's been with us, he's been loyal, he's been great, and he loves to travel. So he's able, every time I go on his Instagram, he's in Sweden, he's in Switzerland, he's in Spain. He's able to live the life he wants to while working for our business. And that's kind of one of our core values, is we want people to be able to build their dreams within ours. And that's what we're doing here. So he does all of our property management. So he creates leases, he posts properties for rent, he sends late notices, he does everything front facing for our property management company, and he's a rock star. So you got to get out of the box of what you need to do, or what you think you need to do rather. So hiring process, here's some questions to ask. Maybe pause the video right here, screenshot this. This is all the questions you should ask a virtual assistant when you're doing your interview. See kind of why they're leaving their job before. See what they want, and it's basic, but if you've never done interviewing, these are the things that you need to be asking people. Choosing the best person. So the only thing I'm going to say on when you're hiring a virtual assistant is make sure that you hire slow and fire fast. If this person is not hitting the call volume that you want, or not hitting your basic KPIs, key performance indicators, and make sure you have all that stuff. Once again, if you leave them in the gray, you're going to be like, that person isn't good. It's because you didn't train them properly. So make sure that you set the right expectations and then you actually manage the expectations. So that's a business 101 kind of rule, but specifically for virtual assistants. So here's some pay expectations on what we expect to pay people. Now this is more for our wholesaling company, but if we want to pull a list from the county and it comes in a Word doc or a PDF, to scrub a list and get it ready to go to marketing, $10. A data manager, 20 to 40 hours a week, $5 an hour. A lead manager, so somebody literally re-engaging leads that are in our CRM, $5 to $7 an hour. General admin, 4 to 7, and dispo, selling deals, 5 to 7. So we have all of those people in our business. We're spending a couple $1,000 a month for 4 to 5, maybe 6 actually in our wholesaling business to help the engine run. So if you're somebody that can't stomach a $40,000 a year admin in your business because you maybe don't have consistency, you're still kind of growing or getting started, you need to hire a virtual assistant. It's an absolute game changer. It's changed my life. If you want to go on vacations, you want your business to run, or if you just want a lean business that you can travel around the world and still do business, virtual assistants. Okay, this is important. So lastly, a little more high level stuff. When you're talking about training and reporting for your virtual assistants, you need to have KPIs. I've said it a few times, it's called key performance indicators. So basically, if I don't have to micromanage you, what are some of the data points that I want to see as the boss that got done yesterday or that day that I know is moving the needle for the business? So what a VA will do, typically, at least in the Philippines, at 9 a.m. they'll check in, they'll say good morning, and then they'll send an end of day email at the end of their shift, and they should send a KPI report with that. So what we do is, what tasks did you get done, screenshots, how many texts did you send, types of responses, calls made, lips up. So whatever you have them doing, just have them put it up in your end of day report. So this right here is an old one, but Ara also has been with us for I think 4 years. She's in the Philippines, she's amazing. This is her KPI report back a few years ago. So she was doing cold calling and texting. So she's our data management and marketing VA. So see, these are how many leads we got per day per marketing channel. So we got 1 text lead, 1 cold call, 1 referral. So 3 leads that day. For 4 days, we had 23 leads, and she's giving us averages. We pop that in spreadsheets, and we see what we are targeting for our marketing business, wholesaling. Because I know I'm about 25 to 30 leads to contract right now. So if it was back then, I would say, okay, we're about as many leads as we need to get a contract. And that's how you run your business. Okay, lastly, once you have a good VA and they're on your team and they're rocking and rolling, you don't want to lose these people because they are the backbone of your business. If I lost my VAs today, we would be scrambling. I'd be working a lot more hours. So bonuses mixed in go a long way. Remember, $50 to $100 around Christmas time, randomly, $200, whatever it is, make sure you are bonusing these people, because it could be rent for them for a full month. Face-to-face time, so make sure you're getting on Zoom with your virtual assistant, make sure you're FaceTiming them, make sure you're talking on a day-to-day basis, whether it's a morning huddle. And also give time off. So know their holidays and also give American holidays off as well. So know the important things, allow them the opportunity to speak up after a while and like say what matters to them. Hey, my daughter, like today actually, Kath was, her husband went off his medication and he was in the hospital last night. So she was like, hey, this happened, can I take the day off? Of course you can take the day off. Like, you have to be a human being. You gotta understand that just because they're across the world does not mean that they have the same human problems that you have and they have to deal with them themselves. So just remember that. I know people that kind of run it like a regimented, it's my way or the highway. You're gonna have a lot of turnover in those scenarios. And then lastly, to kind of come back into some mindset stuff, you can buy back your time with VAs completely. I mean, we could step away from we're working on higher stuff all the time, but you can step away from your business and be able to have the time to breathe and do that deep thinking. They're pivotal team members. These people are gonna make the engine run, and make sure that you bonus these people often. All right, so hopefully this was a quick masterclass on what a virtual assistant is, what they can do in your real estate business, and honestly just open up your mind to what's possible out there. I paid a lot of money to get into rooms with people that told me this information, and it changed my life, and I just gave it to you for free. So before you go any farther, before you go to the next video, whatever you're gonna do, make sure you're liking this page, make sure you subscribe for the real side of real estate. And also, if you think you need a virtual assistant, or you want help in your wholesaling business, or you need help flipping, and you want help building a true business, that's why we built my mentorship program. So the real side of real estate community, we help people scale from whether 0 deals to 1 and get their first deal, or people that want to go from 1 to 5 a month, 5 to 10 a month, whatever it is, it's customized to you. And we've helped probably 25 plus people in my community train and hire, find, train, and hire their own virtual assistants. We get on calls with them, we help them hire them, and we help them build SOPs, and we actually give you the SOPs that I have in my business that we know work. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the show notes. Book a call with my team. His name is Tommy. We'd love to have you in there. We do have limited seats. Typically, we open up maybe once a quarter, but book a call, see if you're a good fit, and I would love to help you. But make sure you like and subscribe for the real side of real estate.